Hello and welcome back to Justin Talks Villa on the eve of another of the season's biggest games. It seems every week we say the same. I do anyway. Firstly, if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me, and everything that's happening so far on the channel, I've been absolutely delighted with. Two interviews this week, which I am busy trying to edit around my day job, which is sometimes a bit difficult, but I'm trying my best to get them out as quickly as possible. My chat with Mark Albrighton on Tuesday was brilliant. What a great guy he is. Great stories from coming through the ranks at the Villa to making his debut in what was a very interesting game. But I'll let him tell you all about that. And then him being released and had a choice of a few clubs to go to, and what a decision it was for him to go to Leicester. I do talk about his time at Leicester, especially that season, because to be honest, it's such an amazing story, and he's such a nice guy. I think I wanted to find out about it. As a footballing story, it was a miracle season, so that was interesting. And then on Wednesday, I went and spoke to Tom Shepherd, celebrity chef Tom Shepherd, massive Villa fan. He's got a restaurant in Lichfield called Upstairs, Michelin star, the only one in Lichfield. He also does the corporate catering for Wembley Stadium and now Aston Villa. So it was really interesting getting an insight into what he thinks of the corporate offering at Aston Villa and how it compares to other places that he has worked at. So that was a really interesting chat. So give us a video a like. Like I said, please subscribe to the channel. It means a hell of a lot to me. There are memberships available that will help me to try and upgrade some of my equipment, which is blatantly obvious not good enough for what I need it to be, but it is a learning curve and we are getting there slowly. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. I am doing my best. There was obviously big news this week with Chris Heck announcing he is leaving Aston Villa, seemingly to take up a similar position at Live Golf. I will be doing an episode about Chris Heck's time at Villa. Highly controversial. Lots of fans are pleased that he's gone, but there's equally the same amount of people, I would say, have been looking all over social media that think he's done a pretty decent job. So I will be delving into the history and the life of Chris Heck at Aston Villa in a video where I've got it all prepared. As I say, I'll try my best to get all these things out as quickly as I can, but I want them to be decent as well. I don't want to just chuck stuff out for no reason. So the reason we're here today, Fulham tomorrow, a huge game. Obviously, the Forest game against Brentford went our way, which has now left it, in my opinion, as a three-horse race for the fifth spot. If we have a quick look at the league table, we can see, I'll just take this off here so we can see. So, yes, so Forest losing to Brentford means that they are now only 3 points ahead of us, same as Chelsea, same games played. Both have got a better goal difference than us, so that has to be taken into account. But I firmly believe that I don't think is going to come into it. I think the points will sort this issue out. I think we can discount Bournemouth, barring, I mean, even if they win all four games, we've got to play them as well. I think they're done. I think Fulham and Brighton, obviously we've got Fulham tomorrow, so I think that win tomorrow, hopefully for Villa, will put them firmly out the equation. So as I say, 5th, 6th and 7th, all European spots currently, could go even further down should different permutations happen in the FA Cup and Europa and Conference leagues. But we'll leave that for another day. As it stands, 5th, 6th and 7th are Champions League, Europa League and Conference League. So, what do I think will happen? I've done a crude, shall we say, mock-up of how I think it's going to play out. Obviously, I put Villa down for 4 wins because that's what I firmly believe we need to put the pressure on the other teams. Now, as it turns out, we might not need to win all 4, but I think we have to go into these 4 games having with the mentality of having to win all four. So Fulham at home, Bournemouth away, Spurs at home, United away, all eminently winnable games. The one game there that gives me a little bit of jitters is the Bournemouth away game. They're very good at home. They've got a really good attacking team. Manager's done fantastic there. So that one worries me a little bit. I think the two home games, hopefully we've got enough with our home form to dispatch both Fulham and Spurs. Excuse me. So we move on to Forest, who are in somewhat of a decline recently with 4 losses out of the last 5 games. They go to a difficult game, Palace, next Monday night. So I think hopefully Palace will beat them. I don't see them having any problem beating Leicester at home. West Ham away, tricky game. That'll be West Ham's last home game of the season. So I'm putting them down for a point there. And then Chelsea at home, last game of the season, huge game. Excuse me. I have put Forest down to win that game based on the fact they've had a brilliant season. It's home. Chelsea are very hit and miss. And I think, given it's their last home game, I do believe that they'll have enough in the tank to win that one. So that puts them on 67. We win all 4, 69. So Chelsea currently 60 points, 34 games. Liverpool at home. I've tried to be fairly fair. Liverpool going to have a bit of a hangover. Titles in the bag. So Liverpool, I've got them down. I think this is very generous to Chelsea to get a point. Newcastle away. I think Newcastle will just see that as an opportunity to finalise their Champions League spot. Man United at home. United are pretty dreadful, and will an upcoming potential Europa Cup, Europa final coming up as well. They probably will take their eye off the ball. But again, anything can happen in that game. But I have to give Chelsea 3 points there. And as I said earlier, Chelsea go away to Forest last game of the season, and I've given Forest the 3 points there. So that puts Chelsea on 64 points. So I think Villa will finish 5th, Forest will finish 6th, and Chelsea will finish 7th. That would be magnificent. And I think that there's every possibility this could happen. Obviously, anything can happen in football, but I'm fairly confident that we can do this. But we'll have to see what happens going forward. Right, tomorrow, this is the big one. Team news. I'm going to have a quick stab at what I think will happen with the team news. So here we go. Surprise, surprise, Emi Martinez in goal. I've retained Matty Cash at right back. I did think there's an opportunity for maybe Garcia to come in. That possibly could happen, but I've kept Matty Cash at the back. I think it's time Ian Maatsen, and potentially, dare I say it, could we have seen the last of Luca Dean, especially with his wages in the summer. Few bits and bobs happening in the summer. I don't know, but Maatsen, I think he deserves a little run in the team now at the end. Tyrone Mings comes in for me with Konsa. Nothing against Pau Torres, but I think Tyrone deserves a little run in the team again now. So Boubacar Kamara and Yuri Tielemans, they both had their probably poorest game of the season last week, but they've all had a week's recovery now. So I feel like that they will be itching to get back amongst it and buzzing to get back on the pitch and show what they can do. Right, the 3 in behind Ollie Watkins. Obviously, there's numerous permutations here. I have thought about Asensio. I've thought about Daniel Marlon. I've thought about Leon Bailey. All got equally good shouts to start this game, but I have gone with the tried and trusted. Don't think you can leave your captain out, John McGinn. I think he was probably our best player at Wembley last week, so I think he stays in the team for his tenaciousness and his ability to get up and down. Jacob Ramsey in on the left. I think he had an impact when he come on again last week. I think Bailey's a little bit unlucky to miss out here, but I think that's what I'll go with on the flanks. And then I have to, please, Unai, please, we need to see Morgan Rogers back in the 10. That is his best position. We cannot stunt his growth anymore by playing him out wide and not getting him involved in everything that we do, because he is that important. So I want to see him back in the 10. And obviously, with Rashford's injury, Ollie Watkins gets the chance to become Aston Villa's record Premier League goal scorer, which I think he will do tomorrow. So might be worth putting a couple of quid on that. Right. there we go. Just a quick video to have a chat about what's going on the channel, what's coming up with the Villa, and my thoughts on this huge run-in now that Aston Villa are looking at. So I will be back soon. As I say, I'm busy editing the Albrighton episode. Hopefully that's out next week. If you haven't seen it already, and if you are heading to Villa Park on Monday for the Under-18s FA Youth Cup final, where I believe over 12,000 tickets have now been sold, which is incredible. Incredible for the lads to be playing at Villa Park with that size crowd. Then go and watch my episode with Stefan Moore, the Under-15s, 16s coach at Aston Villa now, where we go through his time transferring from playing to managing to coaching, and his opinions and my opinions on that team. Very interesting chat. Also go and have a look at my Sue Verity conversation. Brilliant artist, some fantastic work there. Yes, thank you again for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and you will get notified every time I drop an episode. Again, memberships are available. It's just for less than half price of a cup of coffee a month. You can help me try and improve what I'm doing and make this a regular thing. So yes, thank you once again, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, for your support. And I'll see you all soon. Hopefully, maybe see a few of you tomorrow, and that will be fantastic. Up the Villa.